All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We have just a few tickers to go through today. I'm sure we'll have more popping up, but out of all the ones I picked, I could only see a couple good ones today, so we'll go through them. We got BWV here. It did have a good run up from 250 to a high there of about 367. It's still looking pretty good. It is up a little high right now. I'm hoping that it comes down to that VWAP and bounces before it runs, but who knows? Maybe this just takes off from here. We've got APRN, which is looking pretty good too. We have a low here of about 589 with a high of about 670. So also looking pretty good. Also looking like it's about to head up here instead of coming back down. QRNRX, kind of same story here. 529 to 690, decent range, just below that 200 EMA. This could be a potential play right away. And same with EAR, going from 211 all the way up to 260. So on open here, we're going to be looking to take a play, probably on EAR. Yep, looking good on EAR. We're going to try for a 230 entry. We're going to go for 250 PT with a 230 is not really going to be feasible. We're going to go for probably a 235 entry. We're going to go for a 250 PT and then a 225 stop loss. So we're going to give it about 10 cents. So if you didn't get in quite yet, it's looking pretty high, so I wouldn't quite do it yet. I'd wait a little bit. If you did get in, jumped in earlier on, then you're looking pretty good already. Because we're past PT. We're past that 250 mark. I jumped in. I didn't get close to that entry, so my stop loss is actually going to be quite a bit higher, unfortunately. But I did take some profits a little bit up there, so I'm not too worried about it. But my stop loss, since I got in about 242, I'm going to have to put at least a 232 stop loss. I'm going to put it at 235 though, just to be safe. I don't really need a huge stop loss on this. If it breaks down from that 200, I think I want to exit on the remainder anyway. QNRX is another one I was looking at. That one looks like it's heading down to the next support line. APRN does look like it's going through, breaking through the last resistance there. If this can hold and starts to head up, we'll take a play on this as well. But so far, this is looking kind of iffy. If we do, we'd be trying to get in around 670. We're going to be heading up to about 730 for our profit taker. And then we'll probably put up a maybe a 650 stop loss. Yeah, let's do that. This is looking like it could be a good trade as well. APRN. You're down to 233 currently. Massive drop. We're going to buy back in here on here. 230, 250, and then a 220. I'll give it a 224 stop loss. So 224, because 224 is really a really good stop loss for this price range, and we definitely don't need more room than that. With that nasty dip below that band, that was a good buy signal right there. And that was the original entry. I was kind of wanting to get on it anyway, so I'm happy to stop out on that small remainder we had and look at getting it again to jump in and potentially make some more gains. Looks like we're already up quite a bit at 244 here. I am going to take some profits at that. Okay. So our first scale out is complete on that. QNRX is heading down. APRN came down a little bit. We were looking to get in around 670 with the 650 stop loss. So 650 is going to be right here. We definitely have an opportunity here to get in around 670. We had a lower 664, and maybe even a little bit more. You could get down to about 660 there. It's currently sitting at 670, so anywhere around that range is good. BWV did have a massive spike on open, going from 350 here all the way up to a high of 479. So it jumped a whole dollar. It's definitely going to come down. That was a very bearish candle. This one's looking like a reversal candle as well. Expecting that to come down a little bit. You're at 245 currently, almost 250. We do have APRN dipping a little bit. This may be a consolidation before the next run up. However, since we're consolidating below that resistance, I'm suspecting we're probably going to head back down here, but we'll wait and see. 252 on EAR here. We're almost at 255. 250 was PT, so we can call PT on EAR. APRN still holding so far. BWV looks like it may want to continue going up, even though that MACD is very overextended. I would not be banking on this going higher. Definitely not breaking higher than that 480. I'd be very surprised to see that. Ear touching, looks like it wants to touch that 255 resistance. If we break through 255, we could easily hit 270. I think there's enough volatility in this that it could definitely do that. BWV does look like it wants to head up still. And there's that drop on APRN we were talking about down to VWAP. And off VWAP, that's where we want to buy back in on APRN. So we're going to be looking at a 6, maybe 635 entry if we can. We're going to go for 670. And then we're just going to go for a 6, maybe a 615 stop. I'll give a 620 stop. All right, so we're getting 633 here. Stop at 620. So if it drops any further, we'll be stopping out. But we happen to get a pretty good entry here, so I'm not too worried about it either way. I'm hoping it turns around, obviously, but honestly, we got so close to that stop before we entered that it's about a 7-cent stop on a $6 stock, so I'm not too worried about it. Currently sitting at 260 here on ear, willing to take a little bit more profit here. Taking some more profit on ear, 262-ish, and we'll leave a runner. I'm sure we'll get, not sure we'll get a little more out of it, but I'm kind of hoping we will. APRN recovering very nicely here, all the way up to 643. I say probably 650. We can take some profits. BWV is in fact heading down slightly. QNRX looks like it did a dead cat bounce here, probably going to head back down. We have Hill. I looked at it earlier. I didn't see anything that I liked on it, but I'll take a look again. Yeah, no, that one was a buyout or something. Actually, we could use this chart. JCSE. Let's take a look at things. This one's looking pretty decent now, so we can keep that one open. INKT, we could take a look at. Also straight up into a halt here, going from 318 to 378, or 376 there, so maybe not halted? Wasn't it 376? Or maybe I just didn't see it right. 375. All right, so ear on its way back down currently. APRN back down a little bit. BWV still coming down a little bit as well. Going to be looking to get in potentially at this VWAP, but we'll have to wait and confirm. JCSE heading back up from that 276 area. This is kind of a risky area to be trading in. We are really close to that top of the band, but we are seeing lots of momentum on JCSE. So I think we should probably look at getting an entry, maybe about 270. Yeah, 270 would be safe, but I think 275 is more realistic. And then we're heading up to 290, I would say. And then we can have just a 270 stop loss. We can't really afford to give this a ton of room. We don't really need to give it a ton of room. If it comes down on us, it comes down on us. But we're looking at about a 275 entry. I'm going to jump in here at around 280, I think. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. Ear makes its next leg up to that 270 area. That's what I was talking about. We were easily going to hit 270 off that if it broke resistance, and it did. So make sure you do secure a little more profit there. Got a tiny amount left. We'll see what happens with it. JCSE down to that 275 level. Looks like we're hitting a big dip here, so we're going to see if we can get a little lower than 275. Not likely. I would hope that this doesn't go lower. I hope this does turn around and head back up, but we're going to wait and see. APRN all the way down to stop, so that one didn't work out quite either. There was a chance for some profits. I didn't take any. I just let it run back into stop. JCSE 275 to 279 currently. Looks like it is going to head back up here. Should. MACD is negative. We are still seeing lots of buying volume coming in, though. APRN still could come back, so this is something we want to watch too, because this could definitely jump back up. BWV just heading back up, didn't even hit that VWAP. Looks like it's MACD's just turning around here, so we could potentially look at getting a BWV play in as well. We'd probably be looking at about a 430 entry. Ideally, I'd like to hit 480 out of it, and then just maybe a 415 stop. So if we get in at 430, 415 is very close. The major problem with this is we're just basically going off the low here at 415. If we could get a better entry there, that might end up paying off a little bit better for us. Currently at 273 on EAR. QNRX continues to drop. APRN continues to drop. And JCSE at 290 currently. So we're looking really good here. 294, almost 295. We can start to take some profits on JCSE. Taking some oh, that's actually past PT. PT, JCSE, taking some profits and leaving some skin in. All right, 297. I'm good with that. Good trade. That wasn't a bad trade. That was almost 25 cents there. I'm sure we'll get it. $3 is going to be psychological barrier. Broke through it, no problem. So I'm assuming this is going to start to run here. 305. Looks like it might head back down from 305. Not a lot of sellers stepping up though, so yeah, 26 buyers there, looking good. 9 more. 56 sellers. We got a wall right here, 305, broke through it. Heading up to 310 here. 310 might be another small barrier. Broke through that, 315. Gonna take some profits here. Some profits. 320-ish. Okay, so we got a little bit of skin left in the game here at 320 or around 320. I'm sure there will be a little bit more here. I'm not entirely sure how much or if we're going to be consolidating from here, but we'll wait and see. BWV, if you're waiting for your entry, I'm going to be jumping in now. I was waiting too long for that to hit 430 here. Now we're at 415, which is honestly even better. So we're going to go ahead and jump in on that and see. I don't have to exit. I could just move it down. 415. So we'll give it. Wait, 415. What am I talking about here? $4. $4 will probably give this about 10 cents room. So we can go down to about 490 or 390. Sorry. I'm all over the place today. Hopefully this bounces. If it doesn't bounce, we'll take the exit on that. APRN's looking decent here. Looks like it might end up bouncing, but we've seen a couple dead cat bounces here, so this could be just a continuation of the downtrend. QNRX also not really looking great. EAR is all the way up, just touching that 290 mark. We still have a little bit left in here. I'm thinking we may want to take some out soon. We're up another 20 cents on it, so it's looking pretty good. JCSE does hit that 320 mark, so EAR and JCSE definitely paying off for us currently. Inc still halted. EAR 293. Man, I really want to wait for $3 to take profits, but I think that's just a bad idea. Let's see. We're pushing for new highs here. 294. Seeing a lot of buyers stepping up, but we do have some walls to break down, so this could take a little bit. Now the question is, do we run out of buyers before we break through? It's looking pretty even right now, so could really go either way. No, we got a big wall there, 290. Wow, 294, 600 sellers. Yeah, I'm going to take some profits here at 294. All right. So basically, we took a trade from 232 to 294 there. Not bad. This looks like it could potentially still break through, but we'd have to come up with a lot of buyers. I'm not sure if we're going to do that yet. I think we need a consolidation before we're going to break through that, so we'll just let it be. JCSE, massive spike down, so we did get up to 320 there, all the way back down to 270. I can't believe I missed that. That would have been such a good re-entry. It would have been an instant win. From 270, you take profits at 290 easy. It's 20 cents right there. Either case, we missed it, so we'll have to wait. EAR coming back down a little bit, so the wall is just too big there, 294. We'll have to wait for a retest. JCSE here looking decent, coming back up. It's hard to say where we should re-enter on JCSE. Probably 295 would be a decent bet. BWV does look like it's turning around here. Very, very shallow, though. Not a lot of conviction. MACD is getting very close to that 0 threshold, but hasn't crossed yet. So I do think that this will be a recovery unless we get spiked on. You're looking like it wants to go back up. We have 100 buyers, 95 sellers up there at 290 though. 100. All right, we're breaking into a new high here. We did hit that wall. 500 sellers, 296. 297. Maybe it's going to hit that $3 mark. Still lots of buyers coming up. Lots of people taking profits, but we still hit that $3 mark. All right, cool. Lots of money there. JCSE back down to about $3. You saw it 295. We could think about a re-entry here. I do think that this is going to come down at least to VWAP. I would like to wait for a 283 entry. I'm just going to go JCSE 283. We're going to go for at least $3 on that, and then maybe a 270, 277 stop. So we have to give it a little bit of room. We can't really taking that jump. I kind of meant dump, but taking that dump sounded really weird, so I just decided not to say it. But we got pretty low there. Right as I put out that alert. So got in 277. Very much not the bottom. Missed 4 cents there, but that's okay. That might be due to spread, actually. Spread was 3 cents. I don't know what it was before, but it could have been just as bad. 277. We're already at 290. I'm going to take some profits. Taking some profits. JCSE. JCSE. Got in a bit lower. 290. Yeah, not bad there. Definitely some profits. At 270, what did I say? 277 I got in at. We could probably afford a 270 stop. Yeah, that seems reasonable. I'm okay with that. I'd rather not mess with that. Ear back up to that 308 level. Not back up to that 308 level. We saw a massive spike there heading up to 317 on ear. I think we need to jump back in on it. This could end up being a very bad trade, so just keep that in mind. Gonna want to end up around that $3 area for an entry. I kind of want to hit at least 315 off it and then a 290 stop. So at the 290 stop, we're going to about here, which is in my mind a danger zone because we don't have any support below us. We're hoping that this kind of just picks up and keeps running. BWV, we did see a spike there up to 430. Not a bad from our entry there, not a bad place from our entry there at 415. So I'm gonna go ahead and say take some profits. Take some profits. Oops. On BWV. 40-ish. Okay. APRN continues on its way down. Ear back down a little bit. Looking to get that entry here pretty quick. Let's see. I'm still thinking we might get a little lower here. Going to be kicking myself if we don't. Waiting on ear entry. Not ready to jump yet. It might have been a mistake. This looks like it could go up some more, but that MACD is so overextended right now. We'll have to wait and see. JCSE does bounce nicely off that 284 at 294 on JCSE currently, with a high there of $3. JCSE, we were aiming for $3, so it's actually PT on JCSE. And it looks like we're hitting that again. So if you want to take some more profits at $3, go ahead. I do think that we could head up to at least, 307. I'm going to take a little bit of profit here at 307. Taking some more profits around 307 JCSE. Okay, so we're up almost 30 cents on JCSE from our entry there. EAR still holding around that $3 range. Looks like it's consolidating. This is something we definitely want to see. I can just take this off for now because we haven't entered yet. Definitely something we want to see. We're down to 294, 293. I'd be good with getting in around 290, 289 maybe. Yeah, even that's still pretty tight. I'm gonna make another EAR trade here. So I want to get in around 290. I want to hit 315 off it and then a 282 stop. 281 stop. Taking this entry instead, or around that entry instead, because around $3, it's too much risk. There's not a lot of room here for a mistake. So JCSE still staying around that 305 area. APRN going, maybe this is the turnaround. This is looking less like a dead cat bounce. Oh, maybe I was wrong. BWV back down currently, but we did secure some profits, so it's looking okay even if we stop out. QNRX is continuing on its way down. Inked just unhalted to halt again, so now it's currently sitting at 430. There's like no room for entry here, so we'll just have to wait on that. 308, we're almost at 310 here on JCSE, just about to hit 310. EAR 295, 293. This is gonna go. It's gonna go. We gotta get in soon here. We hit 294. Yeah, we might have to make an accommodation for that. Jump in. Yeah, jump in into EAR 295. I was just getting impatient, so I'm just gonna jump in with a 285 stop. We're gonna give it 10 cents. We're gonna see what happens with that. Okay, so EAR currently just about to touch that 310 area. I also realized that the video quality on the YouTube is really crap, and I think it might be because the resolution settings are wrong on it, but I can't change that now that I'm streaming. I think I have to do that afterwards, so I think I might mess with it later and see. We did hit that 310 on JCSE. If you didn't take profits around 304 to 307, 310 is definitely a good place to take it. We're very close to that top band. I mean, I'd say the most you could get would maybe 315. You might get 317 out of it. BWV looks like it did take a little bit of a dip, very close to that stop, making its way back up now. EAR still sitting around $3. That MACD going down without the price going down is a good sign for us. That means we're still bullish. We still have quite a few buyers here. I think that sellers are going to pummel this, though, at some point. It's just kind of dice roll. See when that happens. Inked unhalt back down. Looks like it's going to halt down, though. Yeah, I definitely don't want to touch that yet. We got a couple others we could look at as well. EAR dropping a little bit back to entry here, 295. COGT did have a decent run today. It went from 1490 all the way up to 17. Yeah, the range isn't great. Kirkland was popping up, so we could take a look at Kirkland. This one was looking very good, actually. 529. You know what? The range is not that great. For such a huge amount of range here, we're not looking at a lot of profits. Not too keen on playing something like that. 285 on EAR, that is stopped. Looks like we did get pummeled there. That's okay, though. We'll wait for the re-entry. This could be a potential re-entry spot right here where our stop was. That's originally where I wanted to wait to get in, was around that 282, 283 area. I do think it could come back from there, but I think we're going to have to wait it out and just see. I don't want to end up stopping out a bunch of times on this. BWV looking good, yep. Just trying to catch up in the chat here. 4 wins, 1 break even, 1 loss. Nice. Hey, there you go. There goes BWV hitting 446. I can't even remember what our price target was. It's been so long since we took this trade. 480. So we're like way off from that still. You could take a little bit. If you didn't take much earlier, you could take some here around 450 on BWV. Just to secure some extra profits. I mean, we're still like decently in profits on it. It's just nothing too crazy. Yeah, you know what? I want to risk it again on EAR. I have to. I think this is going to take off again. 282. We're going to aim for at least $3 and then a 270 for stop loss. We'll give it. If you're feeling extra risky, you could put your stop down like 268, but I find that's just too far. I think this is going to turn around here and start to run, so I kind of want to make sure that we're in for that. We have already made a decent amount on ear, so if we stop out on this one, we'll be a little more cautious. But for the time being, I think this is looking pretty decent. JCSE, if we come back down to VWAP, we'll probably be buying in. Inked is all over the place. Nasty drop. Nice recovery. Even nicer recovery the next candle. Then a nasty drop again. We're ranging like 20 cents a candle here. $4 stock. That's that could be good news or it could be very bad news very quickly here. APRN continues on its downtrend. So we're looking at BWV, EAR, JCSE. Inked is a possibility. Kirkland is better than those two currently. We're sitting just about at 450 there, just touching 450 on BWV. EAR almost back to $3, just touched $3 there. That is our PT. EAR and taking some profit. So I'm happy to say that trade actually did work out this time around, which is really, really nice. I was really hoping that it would. Not quite 20 cents there, but pretty close. I think we'll probably get more out of it as well. But as a first little profit taker, definitely not bad. JCSE back down to VWAP. MACD's just crossing zero, so we're going to hold off a little bit here. I'm going to need to see a retracement before I jump in on that. Okay. Come on, retrace. Or I mean, at this point, a retracement is probably not going to happen, but a curl up could. All right, we're starting to see what looks like possibly a curl up. So 288. We're going to go for at least 305 on it, and then a 2, maybe just a 280 stop. I give it 282. I'm kind of iffy on this one. I don't want to risk too much on it. 282. This could end up falling on us pretty hard, so I do want to be careful, have a tight stop on it. JCSE. There's 286 right there, jumping in. Oh, I got a low entry on that. Yikes. All right, so that was like an instant stop out, but it was literally 1 cent. That was supposed to be like a 6-cent stop. That ended up being a 1 cent stop, but I do want to jump back in. Jumping in here on JC. Wow, I'm really bad selling today. JCSE. This looks like a perfect recovery play, so even though we just got stopped out, we are going to jump back in. It was a really tight stop. It wasn't meant to be that tight, but with such a bad entry as it was dropping, it just worked out. So now that I said I'm jumping in, I'll put the thing out because I need to make sure that I got in there. JCSE, 270. Yeah, about 270. We're gonna go to at least $3, I think. And then we're gonna go for a 265 stop loss. So if this comes back down to that 200 EMA, we'll likely stop out on it, but I do think we're due for the recovery here off 270, so I should be okay. BWV all the way to 480, that is PT. We did hit 519 there, so hopefully you took some profits on that. Been so sidetracked with stuff. That's PT, BWV, hit 519, take some profits. Got a little bit left in the game, but not a whole lot with BWV. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to hit that high at all. That was kind of a long shot, and it ended up working out. You're back down to that 290 area. Hit that 293 entry again, and it looks like it might bounce again. If it bounces again, we're likely to see a new high. JCSE hitting 285 from 270. I'm going to take some profits at 285. Taking some profit on JCSE 285. There's 285 right there. Okay, so we secured 15 cents. We're still looking for more. I'd like to hit $3, but that is quite the recovery. So definitely want to make sure we secure some ahead of time. Kirkland's not doing anything. INKT's not doing much. EAR's on its way back up, as we said. BWV back down to that 450 area after hitting 519 there. And EAR is looking like it should bounce. All right. JCSE not looking too bad here. Come on, JCSE, you can push through VWAP. More buyers than sellers currently. It's about even now. $278, $279. Coming down a little bit here. Maybe it's a consolidation. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. 285 currently on EAR, dropping down to the Bollinger Band here at 280. Just on TradingView. Just watching the DOM. $292, $293. Also, we may be partnering with Bookmap, so I might be using Bookmap to trade as well soon. We just had like a 2-hour meeting with them yesterday to go over their software and how it can be useful. So it looks pretty cool. Definitely different. Definitely different from charts. I'm just trying to figure out how I could incorporate that into live. Because you can't, I mean, you could technically just trade off Bookmap, like their charts, but it's so wacky. I feel like I'd still want candles as well. So we'll have to see. Maybe I can do like a little sub screen somewhere with the Bookmap chart. All right, so we had a nice recovery on EAR from that Bollinger Band, shot up pretty nicely back up to 296. Looks like it might even head up higher. JCSE heading back down. If you're still holding it, I would say this is like fairly risky, like 60% chance you stop out. But we'll see. EAR up to 293 currently. BWV taking that nasty fall down to VWAP. We could look for a re-entry on VWAP. This might be good. It has been holding VWAP very steadily for quite some time now, so I think I am ready to buy back in on it. BWV. VWAP is probably, what's VWAP at here? 422. So we're going to go 422 for an entry. We're going to go 460 PT and then A4. Just give it a 410 stop. I don't want to give it too much room, just in case we get knifed on. Okay. JCSE, it's looking okay, I guess. We're going to see if BWV holds or not here. Not seeing anything new popping up, so I'll just leave it be as is with what we have currently. Inked, not looking good. JCSE, it's consolidating, so that's definitely a good sign. Heavy consolidation around this area. We're probably going to rack up some buyers. It's going to push it back up. EAR still looking fairly healthy. We haven't broken this low here, so we definitely have some support in this area here. And we definitely have some resistance in this area here. Just some stuff to keep in mind. Just want to turn that back to stop color. BWV holding VWAP so far. JCSE coming back up. Ear looking decent. Why the trade prices are not matched? Like bid ask or different sometimes. You mentioned trade PE are trying to understand what you're saying here. Are lower and bid ask are higher. PE is it's not like a hard set entry, it's a potential entry. Um when you're trading momentum penny stocks, it's hard to, figure out an exact area to trade. Like there's areas we would like to trade, but it really depends whether or not the stock is willing to come down to that price or go up to that price. So you kind of have to be a little more dynamic with the range you're trading in and kind of it's more or less using the same parameters of the trade. You don't want to have an abnormally large stop loss. So, if I'm saying get in at 280 and stop loss is 275, then you're like, okay, well, I need a 5 cent stop. So if you get in, 285, then your stop is going to be 280. Unless there's specific reasons for the trade, like, if we're waiting for something to come down to VWAP, then the closer you get to VWAP before you enter, the better, because that means you have more room below it. From IBKR, I don't have TradingView and IBKR linked. I hate the way they did it, so I will not use it. I wish they did it the other way around. But yeah, getting in and getting out is potential entries, it's not exact entries. Which is what makes this kind of trading a lot harder, is if you're someone who's just saying they're taking alerts all day from other people and then you come and you try to do the same thing here, it just doesn't really work the same when you're trading momentum like this. BWV broke down a little bit here, almost hit that stop at 414. It might come back up. It's looking pretty iffy. We are negative on the MACD, also something new for the day, so we could break VWAP here as well. JCSE still struggling. We saw that spike up to 290 there though, which is definitely more profit than we had before at 285. I didn't secure any more profits. I probably would have if I saw that. I wasn't really watching though. BWV back up to 425. Why do we have two APRN charts here? JCSE back down. Looks like it's still consolidating. We are seeing a slight uptrend here, though, so far. BWV 430, EAR 294. We still have some skin in the game on EAR as well. We're really just waiting for this to break out and hit $3 again. That would be nice. Maybe even get a little higher than 3. But we will see. We'll see if it gives it to us. If JCSE breaks down from this trend here, I think it'd be time to cut. But we could see a complete breakout here if it can get past this area here. We will see. Inked isn't doing anything new popping up. No, it looks like it's actually less and not more. Let's check out some of the less profitable tickers, though. Ooh, that is gappy. Gappy and no volume. That would not be fun to trade. GIGM is popping up again. Soho. No. Aimed. No. Okay. None of those are looking good, so we're stuck with what we currently have. JCSE very close to breaking down from that trend. EAR looked like it's finally going to break out of that resistance. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's see 315 off this. All right, JCSE still holding. Kirkin looks like a safer bet for trades, but the price range is so minimal here. It's not really good gains, I would say. I'd say it's okay gains. Very, very mediocre at best. JCSE currently sitting at 283. Just waiting on this breakout or breakdown, I guess, but I think it's more likely we break out from here. Here also needs to do something, getting a little bored. BWV could, you know what, we could use some profit on BWV as well. We shall see. 299, we broke out on ear here. We did hit that $3. Looks like we got rejected pretty hard though, so we do have buyers. They are stepping up. We just don't have enough yet. JCSE looks like it's heading up. Just about to break out. Lots of resistance in this area right here, so we're going to have to wait and see on that one. Eardrop 292. Oh man, did we just lose all of the volume in the market or what? Yeah, looks like pretty much everything is down right now. So we're not seeing too much that's great. All right, so JCSE breaking out a little bit here. Let's see if it can hold. Ear 295 looks like it is trying to break out again. This one looks a little bit stronger. We have lots of sellers. Never mind. 298, lots of sellers. Maybe we can eat away at it. Yeah, we have a fair bit of buyers too, actually. A lot of people stepping up. All right, 304, 305. Come on. Not really much point taking more here as we closed out most of the last one at $3, I think. We'll have to wait. Oh yeah, we saw 304 there. Nasty drop back down. Another rejection. Lots of sellers. I think sellers are mainly in control here. It might take us a while because we did make a new high here and we have consolidated for quite some time. I think our stop is in a fairly safe spot unless we break down like this. 282, 270, 274 is down there, 281. Yeah, we might be okay. JCSE 290 looking good, 291, 293, 295, taking some profits here at 295. Looks like we're hitting $3 here, gonna take some profits. All right, okay, so we're making some money on JCSE. It took us a little bit to get that breakout, but it happened. Now, it'd be nice to see us take back off to, you know, maybe 310, possibly 320. BWV back up to 430. Did take another nasty dip, even closer this time, stopping us out. JCSE, $3. Do we have the buyers to keep pushing? It looks like we have a little conviction here, not very much. $285 on ear. Very tight range. Looking at you're probably looking at about 285 to 295. I mean, it's 10 cents, less than $3. You could be making some money here if you wanted to. You could be buying 285, selling 390 or 295. 395 would be great. 302 on JCSE 305. Breaking out a little bit more. I think we need to see a little bit more than 305 now since we took some profits around this area. I'd like to see 310 as the next level, and then we'll leave a little bit for maybe up to 320 if it gets there. Besides that, still not seeing much else moving. I know we checked out LSF, but I think I might do it again just because I'm a little bored. Yep, that confirms it. It is not good. JCSE here with a little bit of a drop back down to 290. Here dropping down to VWAP. Might stop, yeah, stopping out on the remainder of ear. BWV still sitting at 430 here, not really giving us anything. We might be able to take a play here on ear. Not quite here yet because we did dump negative on that MACD by quite a bit. But I do think that it could be beneficial to be thinking about an entry at some point soon if we see that start to curl up. Can get rid of that now. Not really seeing much in terms of support really anywhere down here besides, yeah, that 256 area. But we could curl up just because we have some buying potential here. People are going to be looking for the value on ear, and I think there's some value at 270. Yeah, we could try it with some tight risk management and see what happens. Could net us some good gains. Maybe 270. We could try for like 285. And then a 265 stop. Still deciding whether or not this is something I think is worth doing or not. Still seeing lots of volume picking up. That last candle was bullish. This one's not so much. This one's pretty bearish. I'd like to see how the next one opens before I make that decision. All right, we're breaking into a new low here, so our parameters will likely change on the trade if we do take it. Oh, okay, we're back up. We're back up. Starting to look a little bit more bullish before close on this candle. Or at least maybe a reversal. Just need to see a little bit of green here. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to go for it. Go for a 265 stop. That was more impatience than anything, I think. It looks like it could go up, but it also looks like it could go down, and I couldn't barely thought of getting in higher than 270. So I'll take whatever I can get here. 268 works for me. Yeah, we'll see where this leads us. Okay, come on, turn around. I'm not going to move that stop down, even though I got in 2 cents lower. Still going to leave it. Nice green candle. That's what we were waiting to see. That was our confirmation that we should have been waiting for. A little preemptive of us, but it worked out so far. BWV 440, so we're looking pretty good there. Almost hit 450. Decent place to take some profits, so make sure you take something on this. Taking some profits, BWV for, I don't know, 450-ish. You're currently still 273. JCSE coming back down. If it breaks through this trend heading down, we could be in some trouble here. Here back to 270, BWV up to 450 again. Could be looking to break out a little bit higher. It seems to be holding a pattern. If we can get higher on this one, I would say it's definitely a pattern. BWV 452. Ear still at 270. Oh my god, this is going to be boring. Come on, ear. Nope. Not going to do anything there. Not for at least a little while. 294 on JCSE. It looks like it is heading up again. So hopefully we break into a new high here. $2.98, almost $3. $3 right there. $3.02. Still waiting for about 315 on it. I don't know if we're going to get 315. BWV, yeah, up to 460 there. Nice red candle, bring it back down, probably to VWAP for a bounce. Here, yeah, might be breaking into a low here. I'm not really too worried about hitting that stop. It's pretty close, so if it happens, it happens. Nothing we can really do about that. As far as JCSE goes, it's looking okay so far. I mean, like, I'd really like to see a breakout of at least 310 or maybe 315, but I'm not really sure we're going to get that quite at this point. 310 should be feasible, though, if we have enough buyers stepping up, which currently we do not. All right, 274 here on ear. What are we at? 268, 274, 275. You know what? I'm okay with taking a little bit of profit at 275. This is starting to worry me. Taking some small profits, 275 ear. Looking too iffy for me to not take. Oh, that's really close to stop. Yep, stops the sell of the remainder. Look at that. That was a perfect time to take some profits. That saved us a little bit there. Literally, like 3 seconds. That's all it took. Might go for re-entry on ear eventually here. I don't know though. We only have 8 minutes left, so I don't see this moving enough to really make a decent amount of profits. But man, that was quick. JCSE also broke into a slight new high of the recent couple candles, 303. Our average is 299 right now, so really not worth taking the rest out quite yet. But if we get closer to the end of the day here, I might take it out just to close it up. Hey, there you go, man. I gotta say, you're definitely consistent. That's I can't even I lost count of how many green days in a row that is, but it's quite a few. So congrats on that. Consistency is key, even if it's only 1 or 2% a day. If you can manage 2% on your portfolio per day, you'll be retired in 3 years. It honestly doesn't even matter how much money you start with. You could be starting with 500 bucks. 2% a day compounds really fast and really hard. 303 again. We just have to break that resistance. Yeah, 23 months till you can technically retire. Hey, that's 23 months. Yeah, fingers crossed, man. If you can maintain even just making, 2% gains a day, you'll be there and you'll have a nice retirement. And let's be honest, this is basically being retired anyway, right? If you only do this 1 hour a day. Just 2 more years? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's people think that you need a crazy amount of money to start with, you need a crazy amount of gains every day to, be a profitable trader. That's really not the case. You just need a small amount of the portfolio every day and the exponential growth is huge. I think that's what a lot of yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean if you get huge wins, it's definitely a bonus. And we've seen what huge wins can do. 308, 309, just about that 310 here. Gonna take some profits. We've seen what these huge wins do, right? Because we've seen me go from 500 to I honestly I think we made over 20K today so far. Taking some profits. JCSE 210. Oh, 310, sorry. Yeah, these the gains add up, whether you're, only aiming for 2% a day or not. And honestly, I'd be okay with just sticking around for 2% a day because some days that would only really like literally only would take me a couple minutes to get it. It would just be no fun for you guys for me to show up for 5 minutes and trade and get off. How I failed in the beginning? Oh man, I failed hard. It took me years. I think it took me, when did I start? I think I started trading when I was like seven. When do you graduate high school? I think you graduate when you're 17. And then I was 18. Yeah, BWB with a little bit of knife into stop there. 18, I think I started trading. Lost like 5 grand. I think I was 19. By the time I got, no, it was a couple semesters of school. Racked up another 5 grand and lost it again. And then by the time I was going for pre-med or whatever, took out a loan, lost like 170K. Um, and there's this thing, if you're wanting to, we hit 315 on JCSE here, 314, sorry. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, if you want to take over the island with your army, the best thing you can do is burn your boats, because when there's no way back, you're gonna fight for your life. And when you're in that much debt, there's no other option. You have to win. So, I mean, that's when you usually get serious. I think I graduated early because my birthday's in July, so I think I was 16 when I graduated. But I didn't start trading right away because I was working for a little bit while I was before I even went to college. I think I worked for like 6 or 8 months. Definitely, 100%. I completely agree. Everybody loses a fortune before they make a fortune. Yeah, don't lose all your money as motivation. If it happens, it happens. But most of the reason why I'm here is to help you guys avoid that scenario. I don't want you to lose all your money. Yeah, don't go and borrow a lot of money. Okay, so there's two lessons here. One, don't do what I did and go borrow money to trade. That's dumb. That's the worst idea. And two, don't pull a Ross Cameron and leverage your trade to 100x because yeah, sure, that 100x your wins, but 100x is your losses as well. So don't do either of those things. Just trade normally, aim for small, consistent gains, and you'll be more profitable and you won't have a sob story at the end of it. It'll be great. So we did hit 315. I didn't take profits because I took it at 310, but now I'm wishing I did. I have a little bit left, and we have 2 minutes left. We'll see. We'll see what happens with this. I'll go over the trade tracker now. As far as the money board goes, we are up 26,000 on the day. That does put us past our challenge amount. We were at 46,000 yesterday. We're at 72K today. So it's looking pretty good. Clearly, we've already beat the challenge, so we could retire today if we want to for the rest of the month, but we're obviously not going to. We'll push it as far as we can go. 71.8% win rate currently. Heading down a little bit. We're at 15,000 percent gains, I guess. And just shy, 14,500. I don't really know how he has this set up. I don't know what the difference is between this and this, but I mean, whatever it is, it is what it is. We're about 15,000 up. Let's see here. We're 96% on the day. We took 1, 2, 3, 4 losses. I mean, one good loss on ear, half a loss on APRN here, another loss on APRN, and then JCSE for almost break even. That was the one that dropped. I think I got in at like 283 and then out at 280 because I didn't get to move my stop before it dropped. But it is what it is. I think that one was going to be a stop either way. That was a pretty nasty drop. So, yeah, we're at 96% for the day, past the challenge. So, we did pretty good today. Definitely nothing to complain about. Ears definitely heading down. Nothing to do there until it hits VWAP or 200 EMA. If it hits the 200 EMA, I would definitely consider looking at it for a trade opportunity. JCSE also at VWAP would be a good opportunity to buy in, especially if that bottom band is still facing up or flat. BWV, you might be able to make some money off it. It does look like it's breaking its trend here. It was supposed to make a new high. It did not. It did end up coming down lower than its low, so be careful with this one, but it might have some potential. Besides that, the rest of the stocks have been kind of crap today, so I would just focus your attention on those. Yeah, it's definitely, he doesn't practice what he preaches. Ross Cameron's one of those guys that he's a YouTuber, right? That's how he gets his people. He hypes them up. He says, look, I turned $500 into like $50,000 in one day because I took this one trade that did 10% when I 100x leveraged it or something. I don't know the math on that. That could be way off. That could be like $5,000 or something, but I'm too tired to do the math. And that's basically what he does though. In any case, we're out of time for the day. Hopefully y'all made some money, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Take care, guys.